All right, all right, all right. We are live.
Hello, everyone.
Back once again. Um, whoa, Darius. That's
My
a
bad.
tech face. Technical assistance face. What's going on?
Hey man, my bad. I was trying to fix something on my phone. I had my volume up on my phone,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was sharing, but then it cast it to my TV, and yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, welcome to Convrs8, guys. We're just getting settled, getting situated. We got DJ Cinto
What
in
up? What up?
the house.
In the building.
Hey.
Yeah.
Coming off this Valentine's New Year's party scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get warmed up with our first topic, or pre-topic rather. It's Black History Month, guys, in case you
It
guys
is.
haven't noticed.
That's right. That's
Yes.
right.
Last week.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
So
I thought Black History is in March, but that's okay. But
Black history is every day as long as I'm alive.
indeed, Mela, indeed. So in the spirit of that, we just like to ask you guys, what is your favorite, or who is your favorite Black History figure? So the person that you thought invented the coolest thing, or whatever. So
I have so many. I have so many. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
But I pick one. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I pick. You know what I'm saying? Like the person that I like the most. I like a few people, but I like Malcolm X the most. You know what I'm saying? Like I like what I like his growth. You know what I'm saying? And I like Ralph D. Abernathy too. So I picked two. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't talk about Ralph D. Abernathy when it comes, between him and Martin Luther King, but he was essential to the movement. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't get the recognition that King did, but he did a lot for us, like, what I'm saying, pulling people together, making sure the movement, what I'm saying, he handled a lot of logistics for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are my two. Malcolm X, because he grew so much and became this powerful figure. He came from being, you know what I'm saying, a drug addict, all that stuff like that. And then he became one of the most powerful people in the civil rights movement.
Mm.
awesome, awesome. What about you, Melaji?
Can I be funny and say the ones that I put in the chat?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, do it.
So when we were preparing for this conversation, we were putting out people that we want to talk about so that we don't talk about the same people. So my first I put Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. But I was playing. I was joking. I was joking.
She was for real. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking like, I can say, I talk about Cardi B. It's like if it's up, if it's up, if it's up, then it's stuck. And then I could be like Meg Thee Stallion. She's been telling us how to bust down walls and barriers that hinder the. I'm just kidding.
You said that a little too slow.
Boy,
You
you
said that a
said
little
that
too slow.
slow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yo.
No, but I would say my favorite is Madam C.J. Walker. Um, I don't know how I feel about the movie on Netflix. I'm really interested to see if that's actually how she, became who she has known to be. But I think there's certain aspects that I did like about the movie that I'm hoping that kind of really matched her energy in real life is that she took no for an answer. And no matter, how many obstacles people try to put in her way, she didn't allow it to hinder her from getting to where she ultimately, went. Um, and yeah, I think about myself too. You know, I want to be a self-made billionaire. You know, and you know, I think about all the obstacles that's been thrown my way, and just the um, willingness that I still have through all that, like the character that is built because of it. And so, yeah, I think she inspires me more than ways of what she created, but the woman that she held herself to be. So I will say that.
All right, DJ Cinto.
Yeah, for me, I wasn't really around. I mean, I was born, but I wasn't really around to be able to experience Martin Luther King Jr. Uh, tenure. But but I always felt like he set a good standard, and he passed the torch. And I always feel like one of my boys has a shirt that says "I'm making my ancestors proud," and it's like you know I'm not making my ancestors proud of the decisions I make. And I just feel like Barack Obama did a great job. He's doing a great job. Even though he's political and he definitely was the president, but just as the way he carried himself, the way he handled himself. And I think that me being from Panama and being able to travel some parts of the countries and some parts outside the country, you'll be able to see just the respect that he has, whether you agree with him or disagree with him, just the way he handles himself. So especially he hit that shot saying I do this, what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
so I'm sorry, this is what I do.
Yeah, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, that's a perfect segue into mine because, there's a lot of figures, like Darius said, but, I'll kind of keep it to sports. Two people come to mind.
Allen Iverson.
Come
Come on, AI.
Come on, yeah.
Hey, man, that guy's an icon. I don't care what he is a culture icon. Think about it.
Yes.
Braids, tattoos in the NBA. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodman was doing it, but it was weird. He made it cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, first guy is Jackie Robinson.
Definitely.
Just breaking the color barrier in major professional sports.
That's right.
Any other greatest or GOAT that is African American in the conversation, they owe it to Jackie Robinson because he was the first to do it on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had Josh Gibson in the Negro Leagues, which probably was an even greater player, but we'll never know because they weren't keeping track. So Jackie Robinson and then Tiger Woods.
Watch out now.
I'm just going to say it. Tiger Woods, man. That dude blazed a trail. He made a lot of people like us pay attention to golf. And then just what he did in the 97 Masters, first black man to win a major championship, won it by 12 strokes. And then just had 10-year stretch of
dominance.
And, we're seeing it with Serena right now in tennis, which she's been doing almost 20 years, which is mind-blowing in that sport. And I just look back on Venus Williams and just thinking, who could be better than her? You know what I mean? Like, she always said, I have a little sister. Just y'all wait. I have a little sister. And she's even better than me, basically. She implied, she's even better than me. And we're just like, wait, what? Are you kidding me? This is what we see.
Yeah, so, but you don't have on your red and black.
No, I don't.
It's a Sunday. Come on.
Red on.
Hey,
he made that a thing too.
He made that a thing.
Sundays. A lot of red golf shirts, guys.
Yeah. Hey, it was a lot of people wearing red.
Exactly.
Right.
Can't even golf.
Yeah.
So those two really stick out for me as far as sports and just breaking color barriers and just being icons. Because look, going back to baseball, Jackie Robinson's 42 is retired on all the teams. They all retired his number.
Yeah.
So that's respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's respect.
Absolutely.
So that's what's it for me.
Yeah.
Black History
Well,
Yeah, really quickly. Yeah,
say what?
we got through that really quickly.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I ain't a history buff, so I ain't had no dates for y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
right.
I ain't had back in 1961. You know what I'm saying? He
I
was,
was
he
strolling
was,
down the street.
I ain't grow up in that time, so I ain't have a lot. Like, yeah, I seen Martin Luther King. He sat right here in this chair. You know what I'm saying?
Now the barbershop in America. Is that what you turned into?
Exactly. No, he did not.
Well, I have a question for Mela G.
Uh-huh.
I have a question. Me being a DJ, I definitely want, this is like the one time quarantine kind of messed up like what I really wanted to do.
Mm.
But I wanted to do a Pearls and Converse party, a Pearls and Chucks party. So how do you feel about, a vice president?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that I think it's great to see a woman of color in office. I do feel like I'm not a person that's really huge into politics. Sometimes some people say that I should, but I mean, to each his own. I I do feel that if anything, she is another person where a black girl or even just a black woman could look up to and dream bigger than what they can see. I don't know much of her story. I haven't really read much about her, but I do. I highly respect her in the regard that she is paving a way for so many women in general, but then Black women specifically, that we can do anything. So I think that's like my overall thought. Her in particular, in regards to maybe politics, some things that she may be rolling out with the president, I don't really have thoughts on that because I don't have much knowledge about it. But I do follow things that pertains to me in regards to being trained to be an owner of a school. There's certain things that I have to pay attention to in regards to what's rolling out as far as the government and education. But other than that, I really don't have an opinion. So that's pretty much my answer.
Hey, Mela, you answer that like a true politician.
Indeed.
I'm not into politics, but I sound like
one. I don't want to really touch on my real feelings about that. I'm gonna say some stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That I hope it sounds supportive. Exactly. I know my cousin are like that Chucks and Pearls. My cousin, Mashika got the most elaborate collection of beautiful Chuck Taylors I ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? She got Chuck Taylors I ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying? And I just like, I know she had a picture of one on IG today, and I was just like, dang, them doing clean, boy. Where you get them from? I know you didn't get them from out the store.
Yeah, man, I wanted to throw a party, man. You know what I'm saying? Chucks and Pearls.
Chucks and Pearls.
That would be.
Turn up.
I think that would be dope, though. I mean, I like the party that we did for Daryl that one time.
Yeah.
That was really dope.
Yeah, sneaker ball.
Yeah, sneaker ball. That was dope.
That was dope. Yeah.
Well, if you want another opportunity to join in a conversation and celebrate this month, I happen to be moderating a discussion on, African Americans in politics, like us being Democrats. Like, do we have to be Democrats?
Look at Steve plugging himself. He finally doing it. He finally doing it.
So
you know what I'm saying? That man don't plug himself enough.
I know, right?
So February 27th at 1:30, I will be moderating a House Divided. Should all Black Americans be Democrats? Dr. Michael L. Patterson is kicking off his Be a Peacemaker Incorporated nonprofit, and he's going to be having this discussion with Will Harris, Raymond Edwards Jr., Jordan Edwards, on different perspectives and histories on this topic. Should all Black Americans be Democrats? Should be fun. Because do you guys consider yourself party holders, or?
I'm not a party person, you know what I'm saying? Like I it'd be hard for me to vote half the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like if I vote for you, I really did my research on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. Look at Mike with the I'm buttoning up my sports coat picture on the thing, man.
You gotta use the headshots.
Bro, I almost was like, who is Raymond Edwards? And then I said, oh, Ray. I was like, I never heard his name called out. You know what I'm saying?
never heard his whole name before. It's just Ray.
Yeah, it's just Ray, you know.
And this conversation will be interesting because they're coming from two kind of political sensibilities, and they're obviously in the same household, he and Jordan. So stay tuned for that. I want to see how goes.
I'm definitely tuning in.
I just wish I would have DJ'd that wedding now. You know what I'm saying? I got paid better. You know what I'm saying? Put that in the contract. 10 years from now, you know what I'm saying? You give me the other half.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think we're nice and warmed up, so we can kind of slide into the intro proper. You know what I mean? So we'll just play the intro, and we'll see y'all at the other side of the bump.
Hey, yo. What up, everybody? It's your boy Darius J.
And I'm Stevie Nick.
And this your girl Mela G.
With special guests.
What's up? DJ Cinto.
Hey,
in the house.
I just did it for old time's sake.
Okay.
You couldn't get with it.
What's up now?
What's up? Hey, my brother said Dick Gregory. That's a good one right there. Dick Gregory. I forgot to say him too, Dick Gregory.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Significant Black history figure from our pre-topic question.
Oh yeah.
This is Convrs8, guys.
Convrs8. You feel me?
Let's talk about it.
We talk about it on the southern side of the game.
In northern.
South, east, west.
I'm in the north now, guys.
Yeah. I forgot.
You know Georgia?
Because of the background.
No, in New Jersey.
Oh, I forgot. Mela, I forgot. But Mela,
New Jersey Drive.
But Mela, they will never get the Jessup out your soul. You know
they won't.
You
my gosh, y'all. I just realized that when I'm talking to people up here, like I have a very strong northern, like Jersey accent, like certain words, like I'm starting to really pick it up. But when I talk to my family down south, I sound so country. Like I don't realize it until like certain things like we start talking about. And then I think another thing that's a southern thing that I don't really see up here a lot is like we talk so fast. Like all our words start blending together, but you still understand like what the person is saying.
Yeah, I had that problem because when I talk to my mother-in-law, like she'd be like, "What?" I was like, "Man, I said, yeah, I have some."
Yeah, some.
Because most of the time I be like, "Hey, mother-in-law, let me get some of that," and she'd be like, "What?"
Oh yeah,
confused.
His mother-in-law is Caribbean.
You know what I'm saying? And my mother-in-law Caribbean, so you know what I'm saying.
Can you get some of woo?
And see, that's what I don't understand. I'm like, Caribbeans talk fast.
Yes,
not all.
What's the dialect too?
But no, yeah, but not all, because Siobhan's father talk very slow. He talk almost menacing. It scare you sometimes. You be like,
oh my god,
is he thinking about hurting somebody in this room? That speech sounded, yeah. It sound like he like the dude off of Belly. that's in the back of the car is like, I love soccer.
What is wrong with you, man?
Oh man, well,
What about the belly reference?
Oh my gosh.
well, that's part of how you're living, apparently. So, how we living, everybody? We're gonna start with our special guest, DJ Cinto. How you living, man?
I'm pretty good, man. Appreciate it, and definitely honored to be with y'all. Convrs8, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We appreciate having you.
Yes,
Appreciate the invite, man.
So, what you been up to lately?
Yeah, what been up on your Rolodex and all that stuff like that? That's an old school reference. Nobody got them no more.
Nah, man, trying to grind. With this COVID thing, definitely had to pivot. So trying to been doing a lot of virtual parties. There's definitely, there was a lot of cancellations on the events that I do and things like that. But overall, man, God's provided, man. I've been able to do virtual parties from here to Texas to the Philippines. And when I do a party and there are people from all over, whether it's Germany, Japan, Dubai, Sandy be represented from Dubai. So it's been great, man. Been able to, also being able to, as I speak Spanish, I hablo español, been able to do the Latin world. So it's been like, I did one party and it was like people all the way from like Guatemala to Venezuela. It was ridiculous. So I think the biggest thing is the time zone thing. That's the thing. When I did Philippines, it was 8 a.m. here in the Eastern time. It was 8 p.m. there. So, you DJ and you're like, turn up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm about to turn up coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Turn up a cup of coffee.
You know what I'm saying? They're live. They're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like 8 o'clock in the morning, just blasting music,
Oh,
so
my
I think
God.
that's the biggest thing. And then I came up, I did some crazy thing that we did like East Coast time, did like 9 to 12. And then we took like 30-minute break. And then we flipped it to the West Coast time. And it was like, man, it's just, but I didn't get no nap in that day. So it was like going hard. And West Coast they just ready to party. They're ready to bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, well, y'all should have just joined with the East Coast, But I was saying.
Right.
But it's been a blessing, man. I haven't complained, man. I've been grateful for all that.
Awesome. So how you living, Melody?
Oh, wow, guys. There's been so many positive things that's been happening lately. I'm super excited just about this year. I just feel like I've had a good feeling since I said Happy New Year on January the 1st. I have some really great news to share. I'm excited that I'm able to actually share it now because it's out there in the atmosphere. But basically, I have an opportunity to come back to Atlanta, and so as you know, I moved up here to New Jersey, for this new job opportunity, amongst other things that I won't get into at the moment. But these guys' faces. So yeah, right now I am working on transitioning to be the sole director of the Film and Media School opening in Atlantic City that will expand to the ATL. So I will be taking a lot of trips back and forth between here and Atlanta to start, cultivating, relationships that I already have, beginning new ones and partnering with different people. So basically the ultimate goal of the school is to be able to train people, of course, in film production, editing, writing. We're also adding some more courses that I won't put out there yet. You just have to come to the school and see. But also being a service to the community as well, as a production house, if you will. So yeah, we're in the preliminary stages. I'm super excited to be able to fully transition into something that I've been dreaming of for the past, dreaming and praying about the last 9 to 10 years. So to see it finally come to full circle and I'm actually living that reality is just super amazing. I can only thank God. and all the people that has helped me, along the way and believed in me since day one. So, yeah, I'm excited, guys. I'm more excited
Yeah.
to be back in Atlanta more, so I can see y'all in person.
See, when you come back, we can get ourselves some glass shields, and we'll be
Yeah.
together again.
Yeah,
You know.
Or we could surround wrap each other.
but see, the thing is the thing that I do am looking forward to is that I'm so grateful for the relationships that we do have, like the guests that we've had on the show, and of course, just our own personal individual relationships that we have outside of each other. Because I really want to make like this something that Atlanta hasn't seen before. Because I mean, it exists there, film, media, music, like it's there. But
Yeah.
I'm really looking to bring an aspect that will change the narrative of the Hollywood of the South, basically. So,
Oh
um,
snap!
so
I'm
yeah, I'm
finna be
excited.
Tyler Perry them. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and make my comedy skit show.
Let's
And
go.
then, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Some of the skits I had to throw out, my wife read over them. She was just like, nah,
I
don't do
can only
that.
imagine, man.
You a Christian.
That part.
I was like, but it's funny though. It's funny. And she was just
Okay.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But
But
Hey, I mean, you could probably
but
get Armani to
it's just
co-write some
glorifying
stuff.
God.
hey man, let me tell you something. Armani wrote a script so fast off an idea I had. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he wrote it so fast. I was just
Exactly
like,
why I was
Armani, like, why are you right? Did you write this as I was talking? You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yeah, I got a script right there. Let's have me, you, and you. And I like, dang man, you did that fast. So I don't know what, buddy. You might have a career in script writing.
Yeah.
See, everybody needs a co-pilot.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a
Exactly.
co-pilot.
Yeah, I just got ideas in my head. I can't write. I don't like it.
All right.
I don't like making sentences.
That's quite a barrier in writing. We'll find a way around it.
but you know, besides that, how you live, Stevie Neal?
Well, it's been full of renovations. Not to this room, but to my bedroom.
Mm.
I think I've mentioned this earlier, where I don't have a tenant here anymore in the property. So they were renting out our master suite because it has its own bathroom. So that was pretty convenient.
Yeah.
So now we don't have a tenant anymore. So I've been painting and then just building stuff like a bed frame, some dressers for my IKEA. Man, I'm not gonna say an IKEA expert. I'm not gonna do that because they're gonna come up with something that'll totally throw me. But
Right.
I've built 2 6-drawer dressers. You
Man,
know what I mean?
from IKEA.
So,
Woo.
yes.
Wow.
So
Because I don't like IKEA stuff.
Me neither.
I love to look at it. I just don't have to build it. But yeah, now it looks amazing. I'm going to be sharing the transformation process. I mean, it's not all the way done, but it's pretty much, man. Clearly I've been to IKEA. So now it's spilling over.
Come on,
into office.
succulents.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You know what I mean? So next project is this office, guys. Now, this is a facade because this is all that's in here. This is all it's blank walls.
It do really make it look like the whole room put together, but
Come
you know,
on,
now
man.
they just said,
That's the only time
Give
I'll
us
say it.
ambiance.
Like, anybody else can be fooled. But yes. But I have some plans here as well as far as painting, getting some desks in here, and then right in this corner, put myself a microphone and some soundproofing and start recording.
Okay.
You about to drop that album?
Right then. Let me go ahead and send you a
check
few
1
tracks.
2 1 2.
Y'all
I'm recording from scripts for Charmin toilet tissue too.
See, exactly. See, that's more the thing I'm doing. See, DJ Cinto tried to make me into Hustle and Flow or whatever. He tried to
whoop that.
Come on, man. I'm gonna make you recognize I ain't playing.
No, I will not be doing that.
I'm Stevie Neal. I keep it real. I got hot bars like steel.
Stop, please. Just stop.
Maybe I'll do some parody situation one day.
Hey, you should. You got a TikTok now.
Oh,
tell people about that. Tell people about
the
TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
You be doing your dances.
Oh no.
No. There's actually a lot of people who have like accounts where they put up a character and they actually like make that character's voice. So it's like for voiceover people. So like people who are like strengthening their voiceover skills. You can do a lot of duets on that.
Yes.
Yeah, you can be like, love that chicken from Popeyes.
Yes, I plan on doing that as well.
What's wrong with you?
And utilizing the TikTok for that. Because I did my first TikTok. It was like a drawing that I did.
It was a drawing.
Church, and I can't just take notes normally, guys. I have to doodle and I have to write, and draw pictures and arrows and icons and all that stuff. So the app that I do that with, I'm able to record it, like time lapse it. And then it's essentially a video that I can put voice to.
Oh,
so I made a TikTok.
That's right.
So,
hey man, that's dope. But I don't, that's crazy. I can't do that.
When you blow up,
because the thing of it is, I don't understand how you draw that stuff while you taking notes. Like I've been on Lost. What are you talking about? I've been on Drew, 2 people fighting on the thing, man.
Draw a whole universe.
Nah, man, it's just how I retain the information, I suppose.
So everything that happened to you in life is like in pixels or drawings. Like when you see something,
that sounds like a movie pitch or something. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna ask you just how are you living, Darius J, and we'll talk about that offline.
Well, that's right, because we don't want to be giving Hollywood any secrets or ideas because
they've been taking them
they clearly running out of ideas because they remaking stuff that came out last year. But anyway, how I'm living pretty good, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. Had some things to transition through and stuff like that. Hey, I forgot what I was finna say. I was in a class yesterday done by one of my brothers. My brother is a highly intelligent, capable person, and he did a great job with his class on the 15 laws of growth, 15 valuable laws of growth. You know what I'm saying? He JTM certified. I mean, what is that? John Maxwell certified. You know what I'm saying? Coach and mentor. And it went well, man. Like it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I was glad to be a part of it for real. Like that book is fire. That's all I can say. That book, we've been reading through it. It's a fire book. It got a lot of, if you struggling, you know what I'm saying, with growth and you think growth is automatic, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in the actual work to grow. You know what I'm saying? Growth just don't come by age or anything like that. You actually have to see your weak areas and, figure out the things to get things moving. Like just because you goal oriented don't mean you're going to grow. But, I can't put that much information out there because my brother told me like, hey man, I'll be putting all the information out there. Send them to my class and tell them to get that book. I almost gave y'all a class for free. But
way to catch yourself.
But and he in the chat. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. But did that. You know what I'm saying? I've been going to counseling. You know what I'm saying, lately. You know what I'm saying? Just been figuring some things out about myself. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is much needed, you know what I'm saying? And I don't, I've been fighting against it being a self-saboteur, you know what I'm saying? So figuring that stuff out, man, and figuring out the places that I need to grow in, you know what I'm saying, as far as just being a man, you know what I'm saying, for real. Um, but yeah, that's what I've been going through. That's how I've been living. So yeah. And counseling costs money, man. They should
It
give it to me
does.
for free.
Right.
I was just like, dang,
Everybody.
I went out like, man, I got 2 quarters. Can I give you that? And we just call it even? Because, yeah, yeah. But that's how I've been living. But I'm good.
All right. Well, now that we're all good, we can get into the show today.
They do.
Yeah.
So, first topic.
Oh, God.
This month was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it was underwhelming game, But an even more underwhelming halftime show. Okay. We're here to ask this question. Is Super Bowl halftime dead, guys? Like, is it like not a big thing to do this show anymore? Like, really?
I mean, it is, but we've been having some underwhelming, you know what I'm saying? People do it. They either aged out and they can't really dance no more. You know what I'm saying? On the Mary J. Blige side of the game. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's just not what, Super Bowl music, what you expect to see a show. You know what I'm saying? Something. The last great Super Bowl was Bruno Mars.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was the last good one.
That was the last good one. The rest of them been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Beyonce before that, you know what I'm saying? But then they ain't like Beyonce because she came out there representing, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, we can't have that again. She gave these people hope. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We ain't letting nobody on to give people. You know what I'm saying? She almost made people fight back. You know what I'm saying? But they had these people waking up. We got to keep them asleep. Give him that Bruno Mars. He is ambiguous as they come. You know what I'm saying? But, I feel like it's just if they don't have anybody that, get the crowd moving, there's something to see. They don't come out there with fresh ideas and sequences. Yeah, they might as well just let me get up there, man. Just start talking to people like, hey, man, look at that dude in the crowd looking like a 2-piece snack, no biscuit. Something like that. I don't know. But
and the thing is funny you say that because they've done halftime shows, although it was a long time ago, where essentially it was like Motown had a showcase one halftime show, and it was just a bunch of people you had never heard of getting this platform. You know what I mean? They even, and this is to me the worst Super Bowl halftime that has ever been done. Super Bowl 31, they did the Blues Brothers.
Oh.
A fictional band.
Yeah. From a movie.
Nothing worse than that.
It's still, they, I mean, that's what I'm saying. They be running out of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I ain't gonna give it.
That's still the worst idea ever that they
Hey,
had.
man, that's all they had. You don't when you don't have people of color picking people to come, you know what I'm saying, entertain, you know what I'm saying, this gonna happen. You're gonna run into things that because if you ain't got no ideas and stuff like that in your head, you got to bring some melanin in. Melanin always got good ideas. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I know. Ain't no shade to nobody that's melaninous. You know what I'm saying? I ain't throwing no shade. I ain't saying you ain't got ideas. Not all. Some, but not all. You know what I'm saying? That means some, but not all. So some, but not all. You know what I'm saying? But, I feel like that's just like, it just shows like who you have in charge. It's time to revamp the whole system and get people in. They're going to bring something, man. Don't be scared. Get Chris Brown up there. He still can dance. He ain't got too old. Them knees still. Hey, man. Ray Rice hit somebody too.
And you know what I'm saying? Came back.
Hey, Kareem Hunt. He back. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? See, Ray Rice was the fall guy. See, it always take one. And then they let the dude that beat his girlfriend up in Seattle. They just said he was crazy. He gonna be back. Watch this. He gonna be back.
Someone's probably gonna sign him.
Yeah. Exactly. And that was so long ago. Rihanna don't heal and start selling draws. She
DJ
had.
Cinto. DJ Cinto. I want to include you in this conversation because this is a cross.
Going to walk away in a second.
Music and sports. So, and of course, you've seen a lot of acts come through. So, what do you think about the state of the Super Bowl halftime show?
I think that's two things. I think one is, you're an icon when you go by one name. You got Madonna, you got Whitney, you got MJ, you got Prince. So there's no icons now. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, you have great artists. You know what I'm saying? But an icon is that they cross all genders, they cross all races. So I just feel like there's no icon right now. But to go back to your point, the second point is it's just the musical content. We all saw what happened with Janet Jackson. After that, things went down.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Whether it was Justin's fault or whether it was Janet's fault, things went down.
Yeah.
So
here we go.
So what's happening?
But people breastfeed in public.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like the NFL.
Oh,
the
yeah.
NFL, no, I'm not gonna put that in quotation. I'm gonna say the NFL has a image.
Oh yeah, yeah.
To maintain. So I mean, come on. I mean, I love Freeze Breezy, but you know what I'm saying? It's musical content. You know what I'm saying? He could dance, but it's musical content. You know what I'm saying? So
right. And the thing is, you mentioned it. Icons do the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
So, but could you argue that part of becoming an icon is doing this show? Doesn't it kind of feed each other? Like, couldn't there be someone on the verge of being an icon?
Yeah.
That can do this show and it propels them to that icon status. Not what we saw.
No.
No,
that
weekend.
Yeah, the weeknight.
I prefer a weekday.
Nah, I say weeknight, not in the morning, not morning. Weeknight, Wednesday night. Yo, I'm telling you, that was the cocaine.
Performance of the music video. That come on.
They call that drugs.
Yeah, I think back to your question, Stevie. You said remember what I said was like, the icons go by one name. Yes. And I think, if Bruno Mars continues to grow and continues to go that path, he's probably be known as Mars or just Bruno. You know what I'm saying? So I think,
yeah, you're right. Because Prince made people call him the artist formerly known as.
Like, that was label issue. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was label stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know how to do the thing.
He protested Warner Brothers so hard, I was just like, dang. Yeah, look that up if you don't know that, young people.
Look at what they just did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Agency.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's the word. Agency.
When you got the people, when you had the people, you can you got power. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Melody? You sitting down there quiet with your dreads hanging?
Because I'm just this performance was just, man, the game itself was just, oh my God. I was just so upset. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, competitive. But, it is what it is. Tom Brady is who he is. But the performance is, who was it that brought Missy Elliott out on the stage? Was that Katy Perry?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Katy Perry. Yeah.
So that was the year where Twitter went crazy and all these, I don't know if it was Gen Z or whoever's after me and beyond, thought that Missy Elliott was this new artist that just came on the scene. And I was like,
She was. To them.
She was fine.
Exactly. She was for half the
Yeah.
people. She was a new artist. Who's that? Who's missing? What?
So,
Exactly.
I mean,
but
you
in fact,
can't
it was
blame
so
her.
funny because the reason I say that is because I think it was underwhelming for me because I'm not personally a fan of The Weeknd. So there's maybe like 2 songs that I like by him, and I don't even feel like they're halftime performance songs. They're more like concert songs, like oh my god, that's my song. Everybody, you make it to like
Yes,
everybody's in the
this was a Spotify playlist. This could
yeah.
have been a playlist.
I don't think his songs are performance worthy. I almost had an anxiety attack when I saw that scene when they were all running in the red in the hallway. I was just like, oh my god, COVID. Oh my god. I was just like, did everybody get tested? Like everything like in my mind was just like everybody's safety, but then also I just felt so much anxiety because if I was in that position, I probably would have just lost my mind. But
Yeah, he looked like
but-
Big Red Son from Fire Heartbeat.
I don't know. I think going back to the comment that Cinto made, like he's not an icon. Like he's not somebody that can hold a show down by himself. He needed to have at least one feature. Like if he did that song with Kendrick Lamar or something, like that probably would have, made me
talking about the Black Panther song.
Yeah.
That would have been
Yeah. If he would have did that, I would have been like, okay, it was decent at the very least. But for him to try to hold it down by himself,
he should have 5.
He should have what?
He should have had 5 surprise guests.
Yeah, because I feel like he should have just if he had brought Kendrick Lamar on, he's supposed to exit stage left and just let Kendrick Lamar take the rest of the show. Because that'd be like that Joker. Don't come back. Don't even come by or nothing. Just leave.
So they said that he spent like $7.6 million on that whole thing, and it's rumored. Like I didn't read into this, but it's rumored that he didn't have any features because the songs he has features with didn't fit into the theme that he was putting together for the halftime show. I was like, I don't care if they fit or not.
Nah, you should
put them in there.
Everybody said no.
What theme? Was that a theme he had?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell the thing.
I thought.
I was like, why they got the underwear on their face?
I about to say it looked like something from a carnival or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to make the House of Mirrors, and then they was like, "Nah, I forgot. Don't do the House of Mirrors. Put some underwear on your face.
Right.
Come outside.
And let's march in the line.
I'm gonna sing song. Let's march in the line. I'm gonna sing song because we are protesting undergarments."
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
exit stage right.
I got a question. Steve, you said that the last great performance was Bruno Mars. Mm-hmm. What about J-Lo and Shakira?
It was alright. You know what I'm saying?
It was better than this. It was better than this.
Cool.
Yeah, it was better than this.
I think as far as like the culture, they definitely
I like what they did
for that, like the inclusiveness. I think that was. I just don't know a lot of J-Lo, Shakira stuff, so I'm like,
And my whole thing is, Coldplay even had like people on their halftime show.
Oh yeah,
you're telling me that The Weeknd gets one all to himself? That's crazy to me.
Well, with Coldplay, they had was it Coldplay or Maroon 5? It was Maroon 5.
Was it? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Maroon 5. See, Maroon 5 did the Super Bowl the wrong year. They did it in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it's like with so many artists, great artists that Atlanta had, they chose Maroon 5. They're already behind the black ball already. Just being chosen to do in Atlanta. So everybody was like, man, please. I mean, everybody was watching like, where Outkast at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's exactly what I was saying. I said, Outkast need to be here. Good and Mob, somebody.
Jermaine Dupri, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great artists. You know what I'm saying?
We got somebody shout out Prince's halftime show. The last time was Miami before that, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Like even the time before that in Miami, Super Bowl 33, you had Gloria Estefan, which is perfect. A perfect choice. But then she even had to share the stage with Big Poppin' Voodoo Daddies.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But you know, Prince walked in the rain, bro. Ain't nobody gonna talk that.
Ain't nobody. Yeah.
You know, I think
Boy,
and then he said Purple Rain.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Prince he timeless, man. Like, I still listen to Prince stuff now. You know what I'm saying? And it still moves me, just like Michael Jackson stuff. You know what I'm saying? I still listen to it. Like, I could play Michael Jackson for a little kid. My brother was talking about this. He was like, you can play it for a little kid and they'll start grooving to it. You know what I'm saying? I might not know who it is, but it's just music, man. Like,
good music.
Yeah, and no artists these days is make 808s and they say random stuff over it, and they add a yeah to it, and kids like it. I'm gonna make an album.
But did you see the comment where they said that he made his own personal Super Bowl ring?
Who?
Prince?
Who?
No.
The Weeknd.
He made his own personal one?
I don't know. I gotta look this up. He
made his own Super Bowl ring.
I don't know who posted that, but are you talking about The Weeknd?
Yeah.
Made his own.
Oh yeah, The Weeknd. Yeah, whoever said The Weeknd. Hey man. If he did,
I got something to ask you guys. Regarding The Weeknd.
Okay.
So one of my homeboys has said that over the years, The Weeknd's physical appearance has changed dramatically. And I never noticed it till now. Okay, this is early Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
With
still young, full of vigor.
With the dreads, the dreads, whatever.
He actually had a mullet. It looked like a mullet to me. Like,
I love that look.
Okay. Here's him today.
Well, that ain't him. You know what I'm saying? He looked different. That was makeup stuff. You know what I'm saying? That he don't actually look like that.
It looks like he hung a coat hanger upside down on his face.
Yeah, but that's like he did that for a video and stuff. That ain't how he looked for real. You know what I'm saying? So that
was like a mask on top of.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That ain't how. Let me ask my baby sister. My baby sister's the biggest Weeknd fan I ever known. Like, she can sing every song of that dude's stuff.
Cinto's like, I am not with the drama right now. I didn't come here for this.
Hey, he looked like.
No. I heard it was a video. I think he did it for a video.
Yeah, I think he did it for a video.
You know, and I think that's where the face mask, which was the Josh strap, and all that type of stuff was. You know?
Yeah. On Redden here did that to his. I ain't thinking. I hope he didn't lift him and stuff.
I am. So stressed. Stressed. Well, see, I saw The Weeknd in person when he had the whole lock situation. So I don't know why he did that. Like, I don't know why he did that.
Yeah.
I was upset when he did that.
It's just makeup. It's just makeup.
Yeah,
let me ask you another question. So, do you think that because of COVID, he was the only hot artist? Because he did have the #1 song for a long time.
True. That's true.
You know, but
what, Blinding Lights?
Yeah, because Blinding Light. You know what I'm saying? But I think because it was COVID. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. A lot of artists were like, yo, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I'm going traveling all over the world, enjoy my millions.
See, that's what I thought.
I'm serious, man.
Yeah. Hey, everybody was like, oh, that's the Super Bowl?
Look who performed around the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh my God.
She tore it up.
Freaking
I'm about to say
Jasmine.
No.
Yeah, because I would have let her do the Super Bowl because she can perform, bro. That was who I wanted to bring up, who was possibly has the stuff to become an icon.
When she brought out that guitar, woo!
She killed. Oh, she killed. Yeah, I would have preferred her for the halftime show.
I think people are seeing this stage and, you know, just the discourse around it, and there's like, it's not worth it. I can only fail. I can really only fail unless I absolutely kill it.
See, I'm gonna tell you what. See, the Weeknd won't fail. You know why? Because he got Canada on his side. He got Canada on his side, and he got Europe. You know what I'm saying? That Joker outsells so many artists. He outsells a lot of European artists. You know what I'm saying? In Europe. And I'm just like, he lose America, he be like, that's all right, man. I just go over here. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I think there's an artist that actually could bring back somewhat of the glory of the halftime Super Bowl.
Who?
Yeah.
And I think that's Drake. And I think that's Drake not only by himself, but I think Drake with bringing different artists. No, I'm just being real.
Light off.
I'm just being real. I mean,
wow.
You just talked about Canada.
Hey, Canada.
Drake is from
No,
Canada.
I agree with you. I'm just wondering why he turned his light off.
Yeah, because I know he's talking about the hip hop side and you know what I'm saying, the lyric
Drake
side.
is a hit maker, Darius.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Darius.
Hey, Gucci Man a hit maker too.
Oh, well, okay, well, you got. Can you imagine? No,
Chill out.
Can you imagine Gucci and Jeezy
Exactly, Drake.
on the Super Bowl stage?
Yeah,
Come on,
I can
man.
see that. I can see that. WAP, you know what I'm saying? Especially the new Gucci with the 6-pack and the veneers. Oh man, that Gucci right there.
No, but I'm just saying. I just think that. But here's the deal. All jokes aside, I really joke aside. I think that with the appeal that Drake has, he can bring in somebody from, you know what I'm saying, true hip hop and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To the stage, and also bring in somebody from a different genre of music and things like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Drake. That's all we got left.
Ending on that note.
hey, man, but his dad was a Memphis, Tennessee pimp legend. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that.
He got enough Southern in him. You know what I'm saying? He might be.
There is once 8-Ball MJG.
Yeah.
He was 3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia.
Oh my gosh.
He was UGK.
Oh man. UGK. Boy. Get fun up there. You know what I'm saying? See, that'd be a Super Bowl show right there. You know what I'm saying?
John Legend and some John Legend friends. You know?
Yeah, but you know, John Legend, you know, hey, Outkast told him, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, Darius.
You got to get behind. You got to get.
Oh my God.
Hey, man, John Legend.
John
Take
Legend.
it slow. Sometimes we live and learn. Nah, I can't see that for Super Bowl. Gonna have people crying. Teams gonna get just in their feelings like I should have went home to my wife.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden, the team that was winning, like the Atlanta Falcons, just lose.
Dang.
See, that's
Stop it. Just stop. Oh my gosh. All the Atlanta Falcons fans, come on.
Exactly. Hey, it ain't no Atlanta Falcon fan.
Oh, I don't know.
It ain't no. The only true Atlanta Falcon fan I know is Thomas King. Everybody else is
Hudson.
Oh,
Chris Maxwell.
Oh, Chris Maxwell Atlanta Falcon fan.
Yeah.
How did you?
Bruh, what bruh?
How did
man?
I know that? Because he
Chris,
talks about them all the time.
Lord, I mean, I just thought
And
he was great. Jazz.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm finna take Jazz sweatshirt off.
Oh, please don't.
See, Jazz is just the laid back, like, okay, when the bad season's happening, he's just like, all right, let me just make a t-shirt or something.
If you're a fan of Georgia sports,
He said, let me just be a teacher or something.
Make a t-shirt or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah. If you're a fan of Georgia sports,
Oh,
I feel sorry for you,
I'm not.
especially UGA fans. They fell off.
Oh yeah, that's.
But yeah, we ain't talking about them. We talking about
Right.
Super Bowl.
Well, while we're repping Atlanta, Future is from Atlanta, and he has a lot to do with our next conversation.
Oh, I'm about to say what? I'm about to say we talking about Future.
We're not. Well, no, for a halftime show.
Oh,
No.
I turn the TV off. I will hack into the Pentagon and send a drone to the Super Bowl.
No, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I don't know him.
Okay. This conversation.
Who
got
said
a
Tony,
lot.
Tony?
What? Let me take the banner down. What?
Wait, I think it's Keo Walker. Keo Walker.
Bro, no,
Bro.
homie. Nah.
Bro.
Tony. Bro, Keo, you silly, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, let's go to the next time. He
Anyway.
tripped on that one.
Yeah, I just on that one. Let me put it back up. For the sake of the discussion.
Freaking 112. Okay.
Ah!
Okay. So this got a lot of traction on the page. This conversation where I guess there was an interview with Russell Wilson, and he was just saying, one of my biggest fears is losing Sierra, his wife. In case you didn't know. This set off a lot of commentary. Saying that basically Russ was too much in his feelings and shouldn't be worried about losing someone who used to belong to the streets. I'm just gonna put it like that. You know what I mean?
Hey man, you can't say that girl belonged to the streets.
Some people
actually said that.
I mean, I know they said it, but I'm gonna let y'all go first. Then I'm gonna just rip it.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all go
I
first.
can see you, Darius. But yes, basically, Russ Wilson is a simp for caring about losing his wife.
All right, Mella, talk.
Mella.
What? I'm not even married.
But you're a lady.
Imagine somebody loving you that much. You know. Well, you know what? Cut her camera off. She don't know nothing about married life.
Oh my god.
That'd be disrespectful. To cut her.
All right. Well, we're gonna take. We're gonna take.
I'm a cat.
I'm
not a cat.
We'll let our guests touch on this subject first. Then
I'm not a cat.
Oh my god. Okay, go ahead, Cinto.
All right. So the content, they asked him like, what was his biggest fear? Was losing his wife.
Yeah, just basically how much he, really loves being with her and being married to her.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What am
So like, did he say like losing his wife, like his wife dying?
He didn't. No, I don't think he.
Nah, he didn't elaborate on.
He just said losing his wife.
Yeah, he just said losing his wife.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some things you speak about, and some things you don't speak about. Especially I mean, if it's professing his love, yeah, I'm happily married. I'm grateful for my wife. Yeah, there is that fear that I would lose my wife, but my wife is not gonna walk out on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, what I'm saying? It's like, unless I'm doing things for my wife to walk out on me.
Right.
That's a whole different thing. But after 18 years, going on 18 years of marriage, our marriage is strong, and I'm not naive. Don't get me wrong. I got to put in the work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just think that I got to understand more of the content where he was coming from. On the perspective. But yeah, that's my thought. As far as people talking about, people going to talk about it no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you say that people will just have something to say. I feel like the crux of the conversation is that with Russell and Sierra's relationship, there's always been this discourse around it that Sierra used to be with Future, who is very much known for fathering a bunch of kids by different women. So kind of like has an image, and then she moved on to Russell Wilson, who has a very different image. Okay, so then there's this loud discourse between, okay, Sierra ending up with a nice guy and leaving another guy. You know what I mean? And so those guys are back calling Russell Wilson a simp for, you know, basically worrying about losing someone who used to be with a guy like Future.
Well, I feel like this. For the most part, you know what I'm saying, like uh people gonna be with who they gonna be with, you know what I'm saying, like, and you act like people can't grow out of situations, and obviously she grew out of the situation she was in with Future, you know what I'm saying. So she ended up with Russell Wilson. It ain't like she walked out the door and just walked right into Russell Wilson's door. It was time in between that, so don't act like, you know what I'm saying, um that part. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, calling Russell Wilson a simp, you know what I'm saying, for loving his wife, you know what I'm saying, like, you don't want to lose a person you love, you know what I'm saying, and it is fearful to think about. Like, if I you know, if my wife was to die or something like that, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, that's a big fear component for me, because I'm afraid of that, you know what I'm saying, like, I have grown, you know, accustomed to having her around and being close to me and stuff like that. I am afraid of losing her like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I don't know what I'm saying like a lot. I try to stop doing that. But to the point of, you know, how the social media reacts to people that do things like that. A lot of them people hurt people, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had the love of their mama. They don't know nothing, because just like you hear a lot of the people just talking. If you see a lot of the comments that was in the thing, you just like, bruh, yeah, go get some counseling. You know what I'm saying? You need to be on somebody's couch, laying on your back, looking up at the ceiling, counting dots and listening. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you think it's crazy or insane for somebody to have, you know, feelings for something like that, you need to, right? Some of them people need to go get some you know what I'm saying, mental exorcism, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of demons in their head, and they ain't gonna never have love from nobody but they dog. And they dog might leave them one day because they tired of eating Alpo. They want some of that Blue Mountain dog food, and you can't afford to give that dog that because you don't have love in your heart for a woman.
Man, get out of here, man. Just conversation just turned so quickly. Okay, I do have something to share though.
About time.
Okay, I'm not married, as everybody
You
should
ain't.
know at this point. Um, but I do agree with Keo. His name is not showing up, but I'm looking on the Facebook. So,
Dang, just call that man out.
I mean, I do agree. I do feel like, I mean, you think about it, like I feel like we've all been broken in one shape, form, or another in our lives, whether it's to relationships, life, or whatever the case may be. But there's a process if we allow ourselves to go through it before we progress forward. Well, if we're talking about a relationship, for me personally, I mean, like my last relationship was like 4 years ago. And over the last 4 years, I have been doing a lot of introspection. I've been doing a lot of therapy. I've been dealing with my trauma. I've been doing a lot of things to really work towards a place of healing and wholeness. Because the last thing that I want to do when I get into my next relationship is bring all this baggage that I didn't deal with in a healthy way. And then now I'm blaming my significant other for everything else that's happened to me that had nothing to do with them. And so, like, you know, Darius said, it's not like she left Future and went directly into, you know, this relationship with Russell. But I do feel like there's probably something that she had to go through for herself to even accept it. Because now I don't know them personally. I don't know what their relationship was like on a day-to-day basis. I don't know if he was abusive mentally, emotionally. I don't know. But
Exactly.
I do think that whatever is portrayed to us in media, we're just, you know, that's what we believe and that's what we go with. And so, you know, if their relationship was not on display, it'll be like just any normal person who's
And a
been with
normal
a
person.
bad person that, you know, treated them unfairly, and when they realized that that was something that they didn't have to decide to be in, make the decision and leave, work on themselves, and then at the right time, the place, someone enters in their life where at first it's hard for them to accept because they've been so used to the mundane. But once they're open to really receiving love in the way that they deserve in the first place, they find a really great relationship out of that. So I just feel like it's just any other relationship. Just because they're in the spotlight is it's more strain on their relationship. People have opinions, people have something to say, and it's like, well, I got a question for the people that was putting all this comment. How was your relationships?
Probably not good.
I just think that people who have been putting out their opinions publicly, it stems from a place of things that they lack, things they desire themselves. And so instead of dealing it within themselves, they blame shift. They just like, it's because of people like you, we can't blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, it's because you haven't taken the time to go get the healing that you need in therapy to, really deal with that trauma and unpack it. Is because and that's why you don't have the relationships that you feel that you deserve, because you're not really working towards a place yourself to become the person that you're asking for.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with that. And Future didn't want Sierra's goodies no more, and Russell Wilson said he want them goodies, his goodies, his goodies.
And I'm gonna put something here. Like we say that, like Sierra deserves to make mistakes and change.
Yeah.
And learn and grow. As crazy as it sounds, I feel like Future is a person too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Put him in this category of God.
Yeah.
And his behavior certainly dictates that.
Yeah.
But he could at any point change that behavior.
Yeah.
You choose.
And he might not be at all how we portray him.
My question is this. My question is this. Just because she dated Future, why does it not make her that she was in the streets?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
She dated when she was dating Bow Wow, she was in the suburbs?
Possibly because you know
what I'm saying? I just think I'm just
in the suburbs. Oh God, this has to be the clip that's featured.
Yeah. This will be thrown back. This will for sure.
I'm just asking the question because it's like, hey man, she got a good man, and I respect Russell Wilson, man. After what he did, that man bought her entire record collection.
Yeah,
he owns all her music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got all her music.
Yes.
And he the first black dude to live a white woman to go back to a black woman.
Oh Lord.
Anyways, on that note too, I mean, and I think it was good that Cinto, you asked this in the beginning of this conversation. It's like losing her in what way? There was no specific, it wasn't defined. It wasn't like losing her through death, losing her to another man, losing her. It wasn't really defined. So like people made up what they felt that he was trying to, communicate. But I think with anybody, with any significant other on any level, I think it comes from a place where you've built so much, you cultivated so much with one another. It's like it's gonna be challenging to try to find out with somebody else. Tell me about it. If they leave,
I'm going to Kung Fu school.
It's just like at this point, like think about people who's been married or together 20 plus years. That's 20 years with each other's ups, downs, good, bad, and different experiences individually, learning how to work together, learning how to communicate.
Man.
And you telling me that I got to do that? You want me to do that all over again with another person?
I'm going to Kung Fu school in Tibet.
I'm good.
I'm gonna save all my hair off but 6 dreads, put it in a ponytail, and go do karate in the mountains.
I mean, you make a very valid point, Mala, because Yeah, you think about those couples who've been married like 45, 50 years.
Yeah.
Once their spouse pass away, it's like the fear of that the other spouse passing away sooner.
Yeah,
I mean, right after that,
right.
because of not that they killed themselves. No, it's just that you've been with that person for years and years.
Yeah.
They've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly,
Yeah.
bad, good, and the good, bad, and the ugly, bad, good. They've seen that time and time and time and time that, but you build that bond, and I mean, I think that's what true love is about. It's about building a great bond and going really deep with one another and just growing old together, and doing life together. I could see where he's coming from and says, my fear is to lose her. Yeah. But I think that, I think I would love for him to elaborate more because automatically most people will think, oh, well, maybe he's afraid that he's going to lose her, like she's going to walk out. You know what I'm saying? No, it's like, man, I think, who used to say this? I think Les Johnson, right? Didn't Les Johnson always used to say that, I'm just going to be selfish. I want to die before my wife dies.
Yeah.
He would always say that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He was like, man, that's the only selfish thing I got in my body. He's like, I just want to die before she dies because if she goes, she goes. I don't know what I could do.
And and the thing is, you say that is there's an aspect of it that I think me and my wife were talking about actually, and Sierra was very close to Vanessa Bryant, who lost her spouse suddenly.
Yeah.
Okay, as well as her daughter.
Yeah.
She's close to Lala and that whole Carmelo.
Yeah.
Thing. So there's two different situations, obviously, but those discussions could be had, husband and wife, and then that kind of spills out into his answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the street part, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've never known for Sierra to be like in the streets.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That's what the internet does. The internet is interneting.
Well, see, I think even if you think about like just the term simp, like I had to look this up myself, and it's like they kind of define it as someone who does way too much for someone that they like. But then, how much is too much? Because if you like somebody, you're going to do whatever you want to do for that person, and then if it's too much for that other person because you're not willing to go that lengths to be able to do that for the person that you like, or is it too much because you're envious of the fact that this person is doing something that their wife or their husband loves to get from them specifically, or it's almost like you're just being intentional. It's like if you share life with somebody, you understand what they like, what they don't like. It's just like I know the thing that I love about my dad is that he doesn't really celebrate people in the household because it's their birthday or it's a certain event. Like it's just because you're my daughter, just because I love you, and I want you to make sure that, well, not even to make sure that I love you, because I don't doubt, and there's not one bone in my body that makes me feel that my dad doesn't love me. But I do appreciate the moments where he does go beyond himself to make sure that I feel loved and cared for as his daughter. And I think the same thing is just in any relationship. It's just like you're gonna go above and beyond for that person, not to show off or anything. It's just like it is what it is. That's their status is their status. He was able to buy all the rights to her songs because he got the money. It's just like, so I just feel like it can be like some envy or just like how much is too much. That's at the end of the day, it's like how much is too much to do something like.
Can you start over what you said? What simp meant?
Someone who let me see. Someone who does way too much for a person they like.
Okay, those people who believe in that. My question is them: how long they've been married?
Yeah. That's what I want to know. Yeah,
right.
that's my whole thing. It's like, you may never cross over.
Right. Like, how much is too much? Like that.
Yeah,
I
I
look,
was like,
somebody please explain that to me.
You know,
Whoever
they're
just-
the third marriage. Man,
Yeah.
they were made it past the third year.
and that's the third. Yeah, I don't
The
know
third
what's wrong.
month. What do you mean? The
And-
third
I,
And
month.
the
I
thing
wake
is-
up, I go to work. You know, no, I don't hug her or nothing like that or buy stuff for her birthday. You know what I'm saying? But
You know,
I don't want to be no simp.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, I told her I love her. You know what I'm saying?
I
told
love
her
her 2 years
But-
ago.
Okay, so do you feel like that stems with the fact that society already, well, not even society, I just feel like men aren't really taught to show their emotions, like in general.
That's true.
And so I feel like there's some correlation with like the fact that because he was showing his emotion in a way that's not natural, you
Yeah.
know, he is a simp because he cares. And that's stupid.
Well,
I'm a karate man, and the karate man
it's-
brewed on the inside.
yeah. Well, I think
Well,
the
here's
thing
the thing.
about it.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
No, yeah, he-
so-
No,
Here's the thing.
I think the other thing is this: is that I believe Russell Wilson was brought up with both of his parents, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
And he had a mom and a father, you know,
Mhm.
and you know one of the biggest things how to display love so it could pass down upon generations is the love that a husband has for his wife and a wife has for his husband.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of us didn't grow up with that example,
Mhm.
so
Right.
we've had to learn how to love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that could play something. That could play.
Yeah. We had to get OJT on the job training.
How the job trade? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And just one more thing. I think what a lot of younger single guys do is they'll take a bad experience that they have with a woman and project it forward in their conversation
Mhm.
about dating women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like I tell young guys all the time, don't vilify these past girls. Like, what's the point of doing it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to propel you forward to someone you're going to end up loving.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know,
because-
like all it does is harbor all this bitterness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not positive going forward to somebody who's pouring their heart out to you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I call it street therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's what people run into. You know what I'm saying? You told to callous yourself after hurt. You know, I don't remember nobody telling me like, hey man, you got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go through the motions with it and
Usher
go out
did.
it.
Mhm.
Huh?
Usher did. He said, "Let it burn."
Yeah. But yeah, that came along a little too late, and people didn't listen to us like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That was my favorite song, man.
You know what I'm saying?
that song will clown him forever now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But you know, it's just like with the different stuff that we have, you know what I'm saying, coming up, you know what I'm saying, the lack of the tools that we have emotionally, it comes through just all the people teaching bad rhetoric, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, callous yourself. Don't ever give yourself completely to a person, you know what I'm saying? Stuff
Yeah.
like that. You always talk to withhold, you're not experienced, you know what I'm saying? So it's you have to unlearn because just like I tell people, I spent a lot of my adult age unlearning things that I learned growing up. But those things that I learned growing up were survival techniques. You know what I'm saying? It didn't teach me how to live at all. It just taught me how to, you know, be present for a moment, but I need to get out of here if it get too bad. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when talk to face your fears and stuff like that. If something bothers you too much, it's all right to stuff it down and run away from it. You know what I'm saying? But as I grew up, as I got over 25, 26, and I just started noticing things just not like, yo, man, I'm either doing something wrong or I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go with I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to start talking to people that look like they know what they're doing. Look, their family look happy. Their kids love them, hug them, and everything. I'm going to talk to them people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They look like they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And reveal, you know what I'm saying? Help me grow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what we need, you know what I'm saying, in our communities is that throw the rope back over the wall and pull some more people over. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't climb the wall, make it over, and just pull the rope and like, well, yeah, you're gonna have to figure it out like I did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like we need those people. We need people to see people like, you know, our Cinto family, you know what I'm saying? You know, Morris's, you know what I'm saying? All those people, man, like good people, good families that I don't seen, and I just like, hey man, that's what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, I want to be able to love my wife, love my children like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very good point. About 5 years ago, wait, 21. Yeah, about 5 years ago, I sat down and I made a conscious decision to change my friendships. Not necessarily, I didn't leave my boys. My boys are always going to be my boys.
Right.
But it was intentionally about hanging with empty nesters, and empty nesters that were happy. You know, their kids are gone, but they're happy. They're still going out. You know, we're traveling, going to London and things like that. Because there are some empty nesters that, they don't even know each other. They're like, man, can we just bring the kids back because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? But I made an intentional decision hanging out with empty nesters who, have a great marriage, and I see great kids. They have great kids and things like that. So like you said, so I could learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could learn. I'm not saying I didn't have that in my family as
Right.
my family.
Right.
No, I'm just saying it was like, wow, here's the opportunity for me to learn from these guys. And I sat down and talked to them. They're like, man, they say the same thing. It's like, man, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
They'll say, I did not know what I was doing.
Right.
I just prayed and I got some great help, and you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't know what I was doing. But one thing I knew was I am prideful. I don't give my heart, you know what I'm saying? And I just need to change,
Yeah.
The
only way to change is to recognize you need to change. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But a great conversation. I think it continued on the Convrs8 Facebook page. Convrs8, let's talk about it. Check it out for all our conversations. We go through it and really pick out the ones that stand out. So continue to check it out.
Yeah.
But now we have reached the interview portion of our program, and we'll just ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Whenever you get the chance, including now. Because we're about to talk to DJ Cinto.
Hey.
So you don't want to miss that conversation. Don't want your friends to miss that conversation.
Exactly.
Also, listen to our back episodes. We have 54 other episodes. If you want to catch up and
I'm double nickel. I'm fired up.
Yes, let's go.
Exactly.
Like I'm in the corner playing some craps. You know what I'm saying?
I almost thought you were making
roll the five, stay alive.
Reference. But all right. So, DJ Cinto,
what's up?
Your name implies what you do. How did you get started in doing this? Like, how did you get started? What was your start into making this a gig for yourself?
Well, I come from a family of DJs. My dad DJed, my uncle DJed, my other uncle DJed, so many different family members DJed. But how I really got started was my dad. He was into everything. I mean, we were waxing floors for hospitals, we were mowing yards, we were fixing cars, and then we were DJing. So I chose DJing. That's how it was babysitting, because my mom is a dialysis nurse, so she was working 16 hours a day, and so I would just go with my dad and DJ, and then my dad would get his pay. He'd get his page would go, and so mom's outside, so he'll walk me outside, and I'll go home with mom. So that's how I got into it. So I mean, this is from doing house parties, doing clubs. I was in clubs like at age 15. You know what I'm saying? And look, clubs are nasty, man. Have you ever seen the light? When you see the clubs with the lights on, like just turn it back on.
Turn it back on. That's what I told somebody that one time. I told somebody that, I said, man, when they turn the lights on, it ruined everything that I just experienced that night.
Turn it off.
Walk away.
Turn it off.
Just
Turn it off.
leave it in the dark.
Yeah. So I mean, it was just being with my dad. And I'm grateful for him. I mean, I'm grateful for what he taught me. He didn't just teach me about just playing the hit records. He was like, yo, you got to learn all genres of music, and that's how I really learned how to play. That's what I specialize in, just playing all genres of music.
Yeah, because I often ask you that too, because I was like, hey, how did you become so eclectic with your music selection? Because it seemed like you could jam in all areas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, because you want to be the cool DJ, and my dad, he could, he could really go, he could DJ. And then my little brother is phenomenal too, DJ A+. So I wanted to play the hit records, I wanted to rock the parties, but I was doing a warm up, I was playing the John Legend when people were walking in, I'm not saying John Legend is bad. I'm just saying for a party, people want to.
Yeah, they want to move the beat.
You want to move the beat. So I was playing.
They don't want to look at the girl they walking in with. It's like, I want to leave you now.
You know what I'm saying? So, I was playing that type of music and just the warm up music and everything. Then when the party really started, I was doing this. Back in the days, this was records.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Handing him the records while he was DJing, he was going off. Everything. So so I learned different genres of music through that. Because we just got hired for different things. So he started DJing, working at a hospital, one of the largest hospitals in Orlando. Yes, he started DJing in New York, but then we moved to Orlando. He just got gigs like that. So you had to play all kind of music, for anything from Bon Jovi to what's that guy's name? Kurt Cobain to
Nirvana.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To Kenny Rogers, Gambler, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but
snap.
But if you play Kenny Rogers, Gambler, you can drop a nice beat behind it. You
can't. You're right. Because I was about to say, I heard somebody transition off that song, and I was
what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how I got it. It was babysitting. I always say it was babysitting, man. It's like I had to.
So your dad put you through the ropes. He's just like, nah, you ain't just finna get up here and just think you finna start doing stuff.
Exactly.
You an intern starting now.
Man, yeah, it was. And grateful, man. And then he taught me not only the DJ part, but just how to hook up speakers, how to do sound, how to be a sound engineer and things like that. So.
Dang.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing about that. I've never in my life been tempted to sell drugs because I always had that gift to there's somebody who always want to party.
Right. So you always. So you grew up with a hustle, basically. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You always had a hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know nobody that don't like to party. Well, it's some people out there. It's some people out there that don't like to party. I ain't gonna say some, but no.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah. That was tempting about that. So.
Oh, man.
But he did teach me that hustle, and now my brother does it too, and we just do it. I think one of the biggest joys in life, man, is to be able to hire a dad and pay him.
That's
it. Yeah, that's dope.
So when do you feel like the hustle of it became more business, like more structured?
When I got married to Rochelle Hall. She said, brother, I love you. You got a gift. We could turn this into a business. And I was like, yeah, it is a business. He's like, nah, being a business, I mean, the party starts at 6, you show up at 5:45.
Oh,
so,
right.
So he just really started teaching me some things about business and really helping me out. Because, she was in the professional field, way before I was as far as that.
Right.
So yeah, we got married in 2003, so it became kind of like a bit official business like in 2005.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I was always, what was Martin's name? Jamal in House Party. What was his name?
Hey, what was it? Yeah, Jamal. Yeah, Jamal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you put speakers in the car and stuff like that.
Riding there, coming to the party in a rabbit.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I started. That's when it became a business.
Dang.
And I've had the pleasure of working with you guys too on a few weddings. Well,
Yeah,
more
man.
so on the video side, but I think I first came in contact with you at a campus party, and that was it. Like you became my favorite DJ.
Well, you know, you always want people like Melody G on the floor. They're gonna dance, you
Yeah.
know, and they're gonna dance to make you look good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And nothing like
Yeah.
being at a party where people don't dance. That's the
Oh
weirdest
my
thing
gosh.
I
It's
ever
like, why are
encountered
you
in my
I'm gonna
life.
tell
here?
you straight up, I am truly, truly blessed that has never happened to me. But I'll tell you, one time I was in California. I was in Stanford University DJing Friday night party, and the party finished like it was like at midnight, and it was like 11:20,
Yeah.
and it came to 11:30, and I was like, I looked up a guy. I said, well, I guess this is the first one. Let me throw in the towel.
Mm.
And about 11:40, the dance floor got packed.
Ah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Because they were it wasn't a party. It was like one of my first parties that I did for them. Like the
Mhm.
Friday night party, I do several parties, but it was more about networking and seeing each other. I hadn't seen each other for 20 years because it was a 20-year reunion and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So I'm, you know, the DJ, I'm trying to go in, trying to make them dance. They're like, you can turn the music down and everything, you know. But after networking and getting, you know, looking at pictures, baby pictures and all that, they were like, okay, we're ready to party.
Right.
And,
Oh, so they
I
had
was
to get
about
they had to get the formalities out the way first.
Right.
exactly.
First
But I didn't
let,
know that. You know
let
what
me
I'm
show them my baby.
saying?
Yeah, I'm
That's,
saying.
you know, so. But, you know, I was about to
Yeah.
throw in the towel, man.
Well, glad you did.
Hey man.
So, with the business being established since '05, obviously last year was pretty challenging for a lot of businesses. So, how did you personally navigate that, especially somebody whose business is events? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, first of all, I felt like, uh, in a sense, it was a blessing in disguise for me because I am also a program manager. I work with at-risk students.
Mm.
So that's 40 hours of my time doing Monday through Friday. And then the weekends I DJ. So sometimes I feel like I work 8 days a week. So it was like the pandemic happened, it shut everything down. And I think for like first time, and I can tell you the last time I did this, I took a nap on a Saturday. Like I just laid down on the couch and I fell asleep and I was like, whoa, man, what time I have to leave for my gig? And there was
Yeah.
no gig.
Yeah.
You know, there was no gigs. And but after a month, man, my wife was like, you need to do something. You need to do something. And big shout out to D Nice, DJ D Nice. I'm so proud of that brother for what he's doing and
Yeah.
Club Quarantine. Big shout out to him. You know, it's like you just need to do something virtual. And I was like, but I don't want to do the Instagram because all the DJs are doing on Instagram. And then I was like, I don't want to do Facebook because, you know, Facebook cuts you off.
Yep.
So I was like, let's do Zoom. And my brother, now his business got hit harder because he's full-time DJ, you know.
Right.
So it was like, what? So what he did is he got into Zoom and he worked it out for 3 days to create the great sound. And once he figured it out, he was like, yo, Cinto, he called me, he was like, I got it. We figured it out. And we just started doing Zoom parties. He did one Friday, I did one the other Friday and things like that because we have two different type of crowds
Yeah.
that we cater to. And from there it started growing. So I did one official party that I invited a whole bunch of people, and that went off very well. Then my boy, y'all know him, Byron Word, who we've worked in the past. He called me up. He was like, "Yo, we need to do something together." I was like, "Well, he's a great MC," so we started working together again. And we just done parties. I mean, we just done a lot of virtual events. we it's very, very, very interactive. Because when people think about Zoom parties, they think about, oh, I can dance with my boo, I can do this, I can do that, and so you can't, you cannot, and that's the pink elephant in the room. You cannot go to the party and unless you have somebody with you, you know.
Yeah.
But what we could do is we can make it very interactive, and
Yeah.
that's what we decided. And another thing is, one thing about a DJ is when you DJ in live events, you DJ to rock the party and have people on the dance floor. But when you DJ in virtual parties, you can't really do that because after 5 minutes, after you play 2 or 3 songs, people want to sit down,
Yeah.
because it's like I'm just dancing by myself. So what you do is you hit classics, you hit songs that people want to sing to, reminisce to, and then that's when the poles get in. You start hitting the poles, just like how we were talking about Sierra. You start talking, interact, people chat. Oh, I remember this song that my boy proposed to me, and this and that, and that's when you go in and everything. And so the chat is always about the chat being on fire. If the chat's not on fire, your party's lame. So your chat's going, and I'm just reading the chat, and I'm just dropping songs from the chat. Or Darius will be like, "Oh, that's the song me and my boo used to dance to." You know what I'm saying? Oh, remember this? And then drop, and I could drop a slow song. I could drop a tender love. I could drop, whatever, things like that. So it's being more interactive rather than rocking a party where people are just dancing. So yeah, that's what I did, and I had to pivot, and business came in, and hey, God's blessed it, and definitely I lost thousands and thousands of dollars. I did, what I'm saying. I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of money. It's gonna be pretty interesting doing my taxes this year, see what's up. But overall, I mean, it was like I gained a new crowd.
Right.
So, and I think I gained a larger crowd because I'm overseas now. Before COVID, I've DJed in Panama, where I'm from. I DJed in Costa Rica, but now I'm able to DJ in different countries at the comfort of my own home. So.
Yeah. Well, imagine what it'll look like if we come back to real life. And them people sending you that overseas money to come over there. Like, hey, come over here to Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, yeah. And even when you do live, I have that component because I talked to my pops, my brother. We're talking about having that component, that Zoom component, even when we do go back to being live. Have that Zoom component.
That would be dope, though.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hey man, we got to scratch that out. You know,
I know, right? I was about to say that.
I was about to say, you got to scrub that part out.
You didn't hear nothing. Nobody's even on.
I was like, ooh, I need to scratch that part out because I'm like you, Darius. I'm telling too much information. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's one of the components we got coming strong with. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, I'm DJing, like you said, you have your followings and you have your cousins and things like that, and they're over here in Asia. They're 10, 12, 13 hours ahead of us. So hey, I'm DJing at 10 o'clock at night for our time. It's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 p.m. their time. They could get on a Zoom and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I got a cousin in Korea now. Yeah.
So big shout out to Kiki and Jermaine out there, you know what I'm saying, in Japan,
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
So how do you now currently balance how you're doing your business and your day job, which is working with at-risk youth?
In one way, it works hand in hand because I have to keep up with pop culture to talk to the at-risk students. So that's one of the ways we're able to break the barrier and just to bring the walls down. So that helps out. But I think the biggest thing is God's blessed it that I have a job that I'm able to, it's flexible, that I'm able to still DJ and things like that. So I work Monday through Friday, but at times I've collected my PTO and things like that I'm able to take days off to go to do a party or do an event.
Nice.
Yeah. So man, you ever did a party where one of your at-risk students don't grew up and you seeing them at it?
Yes. Actually, I saw two of my students that are still in the program at a party. And they came up to me, they're like, "What?" I was doing a party for they work for an electrician, electrical company,
Yeah.
and I was doing. I did so. One of the big time, I guess, owners of the electrical company. I did his party,
Mm.
you know, and then I did his wife's birthday party. So I've done like 3 parties for them. So the first time they saw me, they were like, "What?" They were like, "Okay, what?" And one of them had a beer in their hand. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you looking at them like mixing and looking at them like, look at you. Yeah, I see you.
Yeah, I see you. You know what I'm saying?
Put the can down. Put the can down.
You know what I'm saying? So he had one of the beer there. He looked at me. He's like, "Oh," I was like, "No, man, you're the age, why do your thing? I'm
Yeah,
good."
exactly your thing. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Have fun, young man.
Right.
he's actually doing good, man. He's actually doing good. He's actually
That's good.
in college, so it's
Hey, that's dope.
getting college.
That's
Exactly.
amazing.
Mel,
Yeah.
you look like you sleep
Mel.
for real.
What?
You look like you sleep.
I'm not.
You like
I'm
this sleepy
listening.
energy you got.
What are you talking about? I'm just
disturbing me.
listening.
You know what I'm saying? But even like with music, hey, do you ever? Because I know you play all music. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
hey, you got into this new age music. Is that made in heavy rotation at any of your parties? Like the I can't remember all the little people. What's their names?
Not the little people.
Like little Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying?
All the little people.
It's a lot of lils out here. Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Baby,
Well,
the Baby.
The baby.
the baby. I think the baby is very talented. I really do.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
is. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
very
Like
talented.
he got a good little flow on him.
From the time I heard, I always try to look for the it factor, and like you said, he got a good flow on him. But here's the deal with music. It's like, depends on the audience. Most of the people who want that music, they just wanted to get on on a dance floor. You know what I'm saying? I just want it because I want to get on a dance floor. But music is music. You were just talking about the Michael Jacksons. You were talking about the Prince, whatever. But music is music. Once you start playing some good music and things like that, that's what's going to keep the party going. So I think the biggest thing is, as a DJ, you got to find what's going to rock the party.
Mm-hmm.
And there are club bangers. They're good music. They're songs that you play at the beginning. There's songs that you play at the end. There's songs you play in the middle. So you just got to find your sets and things like that. So, when somebody comes in and tells me, you got the song, you got the song. It's more about I'm not doing my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a DJ.
Okay. So that's annoying to y'all.
Yeah, I'm not doing my job. That's like if somebody comes up to me and asks me for the electric slide or the wobble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means I'm not doing my job as a DJ. Because my goal as a DJ is, when you leave my party, you don't be like, oh, he didn't play this or you didn't play this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I rocked out.
Yeah. You exhausted everybody's playlist in their mind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because I have been to that. I have been to parties where I was just like, hey man, I'm finna get this DJ a list of songs to play, man.
No, literally.
I'll be honest with you. I've been to parties like that where I've been to events that I was not hired.
Yeah.
And I go there with my wife, and we go there as guests, and we hang and have a good time. And people will come up to me and say, "Hey, can you go talk to the DJ?"
I mean, I know you here trying to enjoy the festivities, but we need your professional opinion right now.
Yeah,
up there towards the guy on the ones and twos.
Yeah, been like that. But then I've been at events, man, where, man, there have been DJs that rocked it. And I go up to them and I'm like, yo, salute. Salute. You did it. You did it. You did your thing.
So it ain't no such thing as DJ envy out there, or is it?
You know, I'm secure on mine. I really
Mhm.
am. But I had to grow in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A situation came up that I got hired to do a party. Well, it was this girl was turning 40 years old, and I was doing, I was like, cool, no problem. Got hired, did the contract, everything was going. And then she called me like 2 weeks later. She was like, I'm kind of scared to ask you this question because my friend has been talking that, if I ask you this question, it may rub you the wrong way, but do you mind if my friend do a set on you while we DJ? You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's fine. You could do it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah, well, it's weird because he was telling he's a DJ. He said DJs don't like that. And I was like, well, I'm secure in mine, and I think that's when I started thinking I'm very secure in what
Yeah.
the guys give me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he came and we were doing a party, and he killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
he really did. He killed it, and he was from a particular town, and he killed it and everything. Um, and of course, you want to go, you want to, like, yeah, I got to bring the heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But he killed it. I gave him props and everything. But see, when I got back on it, I came with another set that
Yeah.
included his town, area of his town. I had a remix that
Mhm.
included the word of the name of his town,
Yeah.
and I just dropped it, and they went crazy, So he
Yeah.
set it up, and I just teed it off. So he
Yeah.
came back. He was salute. He was like salute. And I think from there on, I was like, I'm just secure on mine. Their DJs are
Yeah.
way better than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But
I just try to be secure.
your talent level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that example right there just show you just like, yeah, I could have easily been, because some people be like, no, Shawty, you know what I'm saying? You gonna let somebody come up here and get in the set of my set. This ain't in the set for
Exactly.
me,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And and he was, he didn't do like the set at the beginning. He was like, when the party really going, he was like, let me go, let me DJ down. You know what I'm saying? After
Yeah.
you set it up, I was like,
I
cool,
was
man.
like, hey, bro, ain't your warm up, Shawty?
Well, speaking of sets, I'm sure there's a lot of preparation that goes into like preparing for an event and things like that.
Yeah.
I do realize a lot of times, like when I'm at parties, like of course you have like your music with people coming in, you have your songs for that. But I do kind of like feel like, and I mean, I would like to hear your perspective because you're a DJ, but like, do you guys like have like this pacing, like, okay, we're going to play an upbeat songs for this amount of time, and then we're going to hit them with a slow one so that people can take a breather and then bring them back to the floor? Is that intentional, or is it like, like it's different for each set? Like, do you already kind of go in knowing what songs you're going to play, or is it kind of like on the spot type of things? I mean, because I know, like, not including like requests that people may make while they're at the party, but like, do you already kind of have like this cadence that you're going to give in like at the event before it happens?
Yes, this is a great question. Here's the deal: as a DJ, what I do is you want to build it up to you get to the top. But the point is, once you get to the top, you got to keep it there.
Mm.
So if at one point, I think I was doing I was doing a wedding, and I was doing music for white folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I played this song, and this song that I thought was a builder, it
Yeah.
went directly to the top.
Right.
Mm.
And as a DJ, I have between 30 seconds to 2 minutes sometimes to think about the next song.
Right.
And it was like, okay, what I'm gonna come back with next?
Right.
Because I'm already here at this top, which I didn't want to be there right away.
Right.
So it's like, what I'm gonna come back with next? Because you got to keep it there.
Yeah.
Because that's a key thing. Is you've been to a party, it hits the top, and then you play something else to go
It's
down,
like,
and
why did
Yeah.
it's like that didn't go with that at
you're in a
all?
roller coaster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want to keep you want to keep your bangers. You want to keep your bangers in the pocket.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest things. One of the biggest pet peeves about a DJ is for a DJ is that when there's a song that's hot, the minute somebody walks in at the party at 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, they want to hear that song.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mhm.
no, you don't play that song. That's one of your bangers. You know,
Yeah.
gotta wait for the right time to play it.
Right.
To play it with something else. And I think when a
Mhm.
song comes out or a banger comes out or you have classic songs, it's like what I'm gonna go to next with. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
that's my set. So I'm doing this, I'm playing this, I'm playing this, I'm playing this, I'm playing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know. So like I know our weddings, now when especially when I do our people weddings, I do drop international player, you know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
the group. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you drop that because this is they get the groomsmen and everything, they get to rap with it and talk and everything. So that's
Yeah.
a build up. So what am I coming with next?
Yeah.
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 You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying? So
Mhm.
if the next thing is then I'm coming with the ATL stuff, nothing be bucket, things like that. So it's
Yeah.
all what's coming
Turn
next.
into a
You know?
whole thug every time.
So
Yeah.
it's like it depends on what you're coming with next. You
Yeah.
know. And of course, there's some songs that I don't play. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
But
you know,
because it just seemed like, what I'm saying, everything you explained, it seemed like, it's just like music. Music is alive. So you got that. It's like you going down a river, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, it's flowing and you got to keep the flow. Because if you
Yeah.
get
yeah,
lost in the flow, just like you explained with it hit hard and like you like, dang man, I ain't even expect that to hit like that. Lord have mercy, these people
Right.
can't really came out here.
I know. First you got to write it
Ready
down.
to
You be like,
party.
let me write this song down. You know what I'm saying?
For the next event, they really like this song. Like
Right,
I'm saying.
exactly. Like taking notes.
Like I didn't even know that was a banger. I was just leading into something. I was finna hit them in the mouth with something else. I was just like, nah, you just hit me in the mouth right
And
now. I'm out
now,
here with
right.
it. And you know what I'm saying? So that just like it's just like I feel like DJing is a thinking man's game. Like you can't just be up there and just be like, yeah, I'm just do what I want to do. You got to
Nah.
be able to trust and adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think well something that you said too, like you said there's certain music that you don't play as well. So do you feel like that contributes to just the content of the song, or is it like a collaboration of the content and just your faith?
Faith and content of the song.
Mm.
You know, I think, and also the content of the song, and definitely my faith.
Mm.
Um, I just think that there's some songs that are not uplifting, and I think it just brings the morale down.
Right.
Mhm.
Um, and I mean that's just my personal thing. And here's the deal. I mean, I'm confident with this one is that if I don't get hired because of that, then that's not my client.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Make a lot of sense.
Yep. I mean, I think that translates into, well, I know for me myself is I understand when you understand your worth, you don't take anything, Um, and I think that's for me over a period of time. It's like, when you're starting out, I know for me, I can only speak for myself. It's like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Pro bono, I'll do that here. Let me build my portfolio there. But when you really understand your value, your worth, and
Yeah.
that this is just like, well, this is the price. And if you can't
Yeah.
pay it, then I'm not the person that you should be hiring, and being okay with that. And I think that's huge in any industry.
Any industry, yeah. And I
Yeah.
think you got to set your standards. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think you got to set your standards and always charge what you're worth. And I
Hmm.
learned that. I learned that a lot. Matter of fact, I was talking to Byron. Shout out to Byron, who talked about. I pay him to say I'm the best DJ. You know. But I was talking to Byron, man. I got hired to do a wedding. Um, and the daughter was like, "Oh, this is the DJ I want." And her dad was like, "No, I don't want. I don't like him and things like that." But his daughter was like, "I want him to DJ my wedding. I really do." So the dad came and met me and things like that, and I was like, "Okay, cool, big deal." But we met and all that. But she was like, "Okay, this is what you want. I'm going to grant you this. And I did the wedding. After the wedding, he sat down with me, like just like this. He sat down with me, pulled up a chair and sat next to me. And he said, I'm going to be honest with you. He said, what you charged my daughter did not seem that you were a professional.
Mm.
And that spoke volumes because I didn't want to hire you.
Mm.
And you should be charging way more.
Wow.
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 You know?
And I was you in the head with it, like
exactly.
First of all,
you know,
let me tell you the worst that you did.
So I've been charging $2.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he tipped me very, very well, thank God.
Right.
But that was the thing. That was one of the lessons that I learned. I was like, the main reason, you know, because it was a different race. You know, I was like, well, the first thing you want to think about, he don't want to hire me because I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't that.
Right.
Hey,
it's because
crazy.
I didn't charge his daughter
enough.
He looked at you like, "Oh, we got you for that." Oh man! But afterwards,
that's crazy.
Just for future references, you might want to take that up a little bit more.
That's what he said. He was like, man, he said your level of professionalism and the way and like they're not even from the United States. They're from a whole different type of country. And he was like, you played because there was two countries coming together.
Yeah.
And he says, you played songs from both countries and you had the dance floor rocking. And he was like, I did not want to hire you because of what you charge my daughter. I just felt like you weren't professional.
Wow.
I felt like you were Jamal.
I've never heard that.
Thought you were finna pull up in the broke down rabbit. Somebody help me get my stuff inside. You know?
Put the tape back on that wire right there.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're the father of the bride and you paying for this whole thing. But can you hold this wire for me?
Yeah, hold this wire real quick. You know what I'm saying? I know you're supposed to be getting ready and stuff like that, but I just need you for 2 minutes. But yeah, man. But I mean, even like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, even like that's a very eye-opening, inspiring thing. That man shared that with you, and it changed your business. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, and then the funny thing, I was like, I did that wedding, and the very next day I had a long drive to Tampa to do another wedding. And that's what I thought about. Those 7 hours driving, I was like, all right.
I'm worth more.
No, after this one right here, the price tag finna change. Like Tampa is the last one I'm lowballing.
Right, exactly.
Next one, hey, you want me? I'm a major key. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So
put some respect on my name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dang, he basically told you to put some respect on your own name.
Exactly. And I appreciate it to this day, man. I really did. I wasn't offended by it. You know, he wasn't demeaning.
Yeah.
You know, he is a businessman. He's truly a business. I mean, he has a lot of money. He's truly a businessman. A very remarkable businessman. And actually, after that, I've gone to him several times for some business advice.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know. And you know, every time he sees me, he checks up. How you doing with your business? I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, in light of everything that's going on and stuff like that, what are some what visions do you have for your business going forward? Like, I don't want you to put nothing out there that you can't put on the table right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your stuff out there. But you know what I'm saying? But like, what are some of the I guess what I'm asking is, what are some of the dreams you have for things going forward with DJing and stuff like that?
That's a good question. I think for me is one thing about me is just finding my niche. Man, I learned that was one of the hardest lessons I learned because there was one particular time I was just doing like all adult parties, like, you know, singles and marrieds and things like that.
Yeah.
And it was a big time. I was always the DJ being hired for this, hired for that, hired for this. But then one day it didn't happen. And it was very humbling. So the next phone call I got was to do a teen party. And I was like, nah, man, I ain't trying to do that and things like that. But I needed to take care of my family. I needed the money to come in, you know what I'm saying? So I did it. And long story short, out of that, I started doing a lot of team parties. Doing team events, doing team retreats, doing team camps, doing whatever team. You know what I'm saying? I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still was like want to rock adult parties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I want to drop old school songs. That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. But you can't do that with teens unless you drop the Michael Jackson and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But long story short, man, it was like these teens grew up and became and got engaged and got married, and I did all their weddings.
Wow.
So it was just sweet 16 to graduation party to wedding.
That's dope.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? So it was like, wow. I had one client which I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
I got 3 gigs.
Wow.
Got the Sweet 16, got the graduation, and I got the wedding.
Wow.
That's dope.
When you do the adult party, you just do one party.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just think that just finding my niche. So in the next 5 years is just really there's a niche that I have, and I definitely want to create perfect that craft. And I also do a lot of conferences. I do a big conference twice a year with one of my partners with Black entrepreneurs, very successful. Shout out to Lamar Tyler. So it's like that's a niche right there. So doing conferences now. Then I got called for another black engineer for young kids. You know what I'm saying? Young black kids. So it's expanding. You need music for everything.
Right.
And I'm just creating that platform for that. So of course, I love rocking the parties and making things like that, but there's so much more.
Yeah.
And our virtual events that Byron and I are doing last weekend, we did just a marriage party. Yeah, just because, you know what I'm saying? And it was so funny because people came in expecting me to DJ. They're like, "Where the music at?" No, it was a game night.
Yeah.
It was a game night. It was a game night. So I played music. I'm like, "What song you got this? You got this from Boyz II Men, or you got this from Georgia? What song you want? Like which one you So that's how I played the music. It's like, it was kind of like a versus. Kind of versus.
Yeah.
But people were like, they hit me up the next day. Like, "Yo, the event was dope, but we need more music. We need more music." Party. It's like, yeah, I got you, and everything. But I'm just trying to expand my brand.
Absolutely. I think that's a great time to do it in this space of virtualness. I think the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, because I feel like in this time, a lot of people got to use, real life test scenarios for, branching out and creating new different things. I feel like a lot of people you got to witness their creativity. You know what I'm saying? Just like even with your live events, it's just like, I use the chat to set the tone. I don't have a physical crowd anymore. So if I know my chat booming, I know I got the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like in my mind, I was just like, dang man, I wouldn't even never looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you the professional, so of course. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just like what you do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all adapt to the moment. If you hopefully I'm a good guest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you are.
I'm pretty sure you've had guests who just give you a one-word answer. So you got immediately you got to pivot. You be like, okay, this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I thought you was gonna say more. Most time, I thought you was gonna say more, but all right.
Well, is there anything else you want to say? It's like at that point, it's like, well, is there anything else you want to add to that?
Right.
Yes. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, because just like, I mean, to me, that's just like, I like that, you know what I'm saying? I like when people have talent like that, you know what I'm saying? Like they able to talk, expound, play music, and just grow through situations instead of let situations defeat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's beautiful to me. I like to see life like that. You know what I mean?
Well, man, what y'all got going on is awesome. I mean, I really do. I mean, I'm not trying to say because I'm here. I'm admire what y'all have. I think the combination is incredible between Mr. Steve Neal and my boy from backyard Georgia, you know, and then Mela just brings, she just puts everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Keeps everything together. So,
yeah, she the glue. She keep us from going off the rail. Cause our first episodes, we'll go off the rail. I don't even know what we're talking about no more. It's like me and Steve would get on a tangent, and we just like we'll be getting people on. We'll be like, "Oh, we got guests." Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's someone else sitting here.
Oh my goodness.
But before we get to our final thoughts, I wanted to plug your next event, DJ Cinto.
oh yeah.
You have an after party to that event that
Yeah.
you talked about.
All the people that were asking for music. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I think Byron might plug it up. There you go. Oh, you did. Thanks.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's just an after party. We call it an after party because, it says, like we said, since we are still in quarantine, why not just throw another party? That's just the bottom line. So it's after party for what? After party for you put the kids down. After party for whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? It goes past 9:30 p.m. and it just goes. And it's gonna be fun. There's no structure to it. Just be playing music. I think we're gonna be throwing up polls like, yo, what kind of what you want to hear next? 80s, 90s, 1000, 2000, 2010, 2020, reggae, hip hop, merengue, salsa, merengue, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna be just a good time. I have listen to good music and have a good time. I think there might be the Latin world joining us. So I'm worried on that right now because they gave me a call. They have a big event that I'm getting invited to, but they want me to do the after party for their event too. So I'm waiting for their phone call. So we may combine both of them together. So yeah, it's no big, no structure to it. It's just music, good time, and just a chat, being on fire, people commenting. And one of the things I like to do is create a platform, especially for us. We haven't seen each other a long time, so it's like you get physically. So it's like like I didn't know Mela. I did not know you were back in New Jersey. So congrats.
I've been here for a year.
Look at that. I'm thinking you're still down the street.
Yeah, that's why we got our own individual studios now.
I'm just thinking you're down the street. That's the thing with virtual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're down the street. So yeah, it just creates a platform for people to see each other.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. I think that's a DJ. I don't mind when people are not commenting about what I'm playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the chat's going on fire, people talking, as long as they not say, "Oh, this DJ terrible." Outside of that, they said
that.
Hey, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in 100 years. I ain't seen you in a coon's age.
Yeah. That's what's like. Oh, by the way, just a Zoom etiquette. Everything you put on the chat is recorded, and the host will see it, including the DMs and stuff like that.
Basically.
Yeah. So if you flirting online, we saw you.
No private messages.
It ain't no private messages for the host. You know what I'm saying? Everything is seen. So
and this includes your work Zoom calls too and things like that. You're like, can you believe my boss said that? Man, I hate this job.
Refer to text.
Oh man. Dang,
turn
I
off
was
your
joining
iMessage on your laptop.
Hey man, I was joining on some people's Zoom. Dang, they saw it. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh my
well,
God.
You gotta be careful.
Here's what it is.
Yeah.
People know who I am. They know I joke around. So here's what it is.
But yes, we have reached our final thoughts portion of the program. Basically, plug something that we're trying to plug or summarize a thought that we had pertaining to this episode. So we'll start with you, DJ Cinto. What final thoughts do you have to bring?
Oh, well, I appreciate it. First of all, I appreciate y'all. I definitely already plugged the party I'm doing next weekend. But I think I definitely want to uplift you all, continue to do what you're doing. You do have a niche in this entertainment business. And no matter what people say about you, just keep on plugging away. And congratulations, Mella, on the opportunity to be able to work in back and forth in New Jersey and Atlanta, which is a great opportunity. And I think that's great.
Thank you.
It was the right person to do this. So,
Amen.
I appreciate the
All right.
encouragement.
Absolutely.
Final thoughts, Melody?
This was great. This is a great episode.
she's trying to find her simp. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Y'all gonna go there?
There's nothing wrong with that.
So no,
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna put my info out there like that. I'll wait till we go off live. But anyways, my final thoughts is, I will comment on that whole segment. I don't think there's too much that you can do for somebody that you love, that you like. I do feel, I think even whether you're on a public platform or in private, somebody always gonna have something to say about your relationship, which is why you just need to be careful of what you share and who you share it with.
That's right.
Not everything is not meant to be shared with everybody. You can call someone in your family and tell them how this person's getting on your nerves, and then y'all been to resolve the issue and they still holding on to the grudge that ain't got nothing to do with them. So I would just say, for those who are building relationships out here in the season, like myself, just be careful who you include in that circle. I think it's good to have people in your circle as you cultivate those relationships, but be mindful of who those people are, because not everybody wants the best for you. So that'll be my final thoughts to the people out there.
Final thoughts, Stephen Neal.
Well, I'll just say, man, I'm just amazed at how far this platform has come. That DJ Cinto is our 55th different person that we've talked to. So I would just like to encourage others to kind of find their niche in their platforms.
Yeah.
And it really just starts with whatever you got. Like, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have, you don't need all this stuff. You know what I mean?
No.
We just kind of do this,
Yeah. We can't. We haven't always been this way.
Right.
We don't came the wrong way.
This is not where we come from at all. We were two guys on a couch.
Yeah.
Sure. And we did not know. It took us 2 hours to set our mics up.
Exactly. And I was finna give up. I was finna go home until Steve was like, "Hey man, let's just get some pizza.
Yeah, let's get some pizza and let's start over."
Marco saved this podcast.
Right. If you want to sponsor us, we're definitely open to it.
Exactly. We open to it. We
That's
take
what I said. We not only provide great pizza, we also save podcasts.
Exactly. So I would say, because I said last month, this is the preseason of your 2021 goals, and you need to keep tinkering away and see what works and what doesn't work. Well, we're deeper in the preseason. Okay. Yeah. It's not too late to start something, especially if you have a hot idea. Don't let it be like, oh, well, I'm not like this thing that exists, or I'm not like this thing exists. No, you are a thing.
Yeah.
You are a whole thing that can become its own thing.
Yeah.
So that's just the mode I'm in, especially looking at this office, this empty office that's about to be filled with a lot of creativity, and I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys.
Yeah.
So
I hope you invite me over to see.
I'm flying in.
Nah, you don't get to fly in, Mella. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all are invited. Y'all are invited, man.
I'm not a cat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, Darius J.
Well, I'm a horse it back, you know what I'm saying, off of what Steve was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
Wasn't it Byron that said that?
yeah, it was Byron because
Yes.
he brought
He's
up
very
piggyback,
horse-back.
and I was just like, nah, man, you don't never see nobody
Ain't
ride
no pig strong enough to hold me.
You know what I'm saying? Why do we say that? Who rides pigs? But you know, but you know.
That was funny.
But you know,
Okay.
as we continue to grow, you know what I'm saying, and we all are we all are creatives. So we have to create, and we have to continue to create, and we have to continue to be in the mind space to create. And I feel like that's the beauty of God in our lives. It's just like He gave us the power to be creative and to be people that can move people with music, words, and what have you. You know what I'm saying? And just to be able to, you know what I'm saying, expound, because it's like I tell people all the time, like, hey man, you can start a podcast. Like literally the platform we use, all you need is a phone, you know what I'm saying, and a plug-in mic. But you just have to have something to say. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't got nothing to say, please don't start a podcast, because I heard some people podcast and you know my criticism is I'm gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't talking about nothing and you want me to listen to your podcast, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. In love. I ain't gonna tear you down. I'm gonna lift you up. So slide your ego to the side and just listen to what I'm saying.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But just like with Stephen Neal, he got, the Film Crew Experience. You know what I'm saying? That's a very good podcast. Melody, Mind Your Own, or Mind Over Miller.
No,
Mind Over
mind
Miller.
your own. Mind your own.
Mind Your Own. I keep forgetting. You know what I'm saying? But it's a very good thing. She put a lot of artwork in hers, and you know what I'm saying? Like Mella know how to layer stuff because she film is her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll be like, hey man, I wish Mella live here so I can make her do some of my stuff.
Well, I'm about to be back.
Yeah, but you
whole school.
Right out. So you'll fly Sunday. You'll be here Sunday and Monday, Tuesday, you fly right back out. Through the week, I'm not available. Yeah,
I'll stay there longer than that.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, having a whole bunch of ideas and just having this season right here has just been so many people having different ideas, and I'm watching them ideas come to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally watching a person say, I'm thinking about doing this, and then all of a sudden they do it. You know what I'm saying? They take the leap, no matter how pretty or how ugly it seems. Just doing it is the 90% of the process, you know what I'm saying? Because you will never will have the situation set up for perfection. You just have to push forward and just go ahead and press play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to everybody that want to do something, it ain't too late. Whatever your ideas are, do them.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't set yourself up and say it ain't perfect, or I'm afraid to make a mistake. Hey man, I don't fail into so many things. You know what I'm saying? I don't fail myself into so many good situations that I was like, oh, how I got here? I was messing up all the way here. But then, you know what I'm saying? But then, yeah. You know, so I like, hey man, this worked out pretty good. I did not know what I was doing for 100% of the time, and hey man, thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So, don't be afraid to start, man. You know what I'm saying? The time is now. You know what I'm saying? No matter what season you're in or how old you think you are. And it's 90-year-old people graduating from Harvard with law degrees that don't have to practice law in heaven. So you ain't never too late to start.
Thank you, Darius J.
Was that awesome. A condescending thank you?
No.
I don't know.
It was from the heart.
I don't know. I can't feel your energy because we ain't in person right now. You know, I'm proud of us. We haven't fought each other.
Come on.
On anything on our podcast in a long time. Knowing we get into
Look
an
at
argument.
us growing.
We growing out here.
Growing,
I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Wait till we get in person again. Wait till we get in person again.
All right.
That's what it is.
Don't hold your breath.
I haven't been around him a lot.
It don't take nothing but a cup and a napkin for us sometimes. It's just like, hey man, why you got that cup so close to me?
Hey, you know how it is? How you say in a relationship? You know when somebody, you know, in the long distance, you know the heart part goes
Right.
fonder.
Yeah,
Absent makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, Until you get back together, you be like,
man, I don't like you.
I'm going back to the person.
And I got a final shout out, by the way. I'm just looking at this setup, and I'd be remiss not to mention this T-shirt done by Yessie's Custom Designs.
Yeah,
my sister-in-law, Jessica Ross. You can look her up on my friend list or whatever. She does custom flyers, T-shirts, and other custom items. So she mocked this up. My wife surprised me with this for Valentine's Day.
Wow. And
Shout out to Brittany.
I told Steve he got merchandise and they ain't even sharing with the folks. Brittany, if you gonna surprise Steve with something, if you surprise Steve with something, surprise us all with something. I like mine in black.
All jokes aside, where's our merch at? Y'all got merch?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Just let me know. You know, I'm a good supporter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's coming.
It's coming. We got the thing popping.
We're finalizing designs right now.
Yeah. Y'all gonna like what we got now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually did a vote.
Oh yeah, we did a vote for a T-shirt design, but there's some other designs that we're, that we haven't put out there yet for voting.
All right, this is a little taste. This is a little.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
How
cool.
you living?
That's awesome.
So
that's
it.
But yeah,
close the vault.
We need to talk offline because I got some ideas to do something.
Oh yeah,
conversating DJ Cinto.
Please.
You know what I'm saying?
This is my confetti.
Remember, my thing is not about me DJing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I do a live event with like a 3-day event with one of my partners, and I just listen to what he's saying. And when he goes, I'm ready to drop something. You know what I'm saying? So, those references that you were talking about, Darius, I'll be dropping them. They'll be live.
Okay.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
And all right, so we will close this out with our guest reveal. So our next guest for March.
Come on. Drum roll. Brother G. Uh-oh.
Jasmine
Yes.
Brown.
Come on.
Jasmine Brown.
How am I a guest?
Come on.
14th.
Let's go, Miss Brown.
Yeah.
So we got a short turnaround, so this will be second Sunday, March 14th. So get ready for it. Should be a blast.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited
Brown,
too.
everybody.
Another woman on the show.
Yeah. Mela been mad at all the male guests we've been having lately. She was like, "Yeah, we got all male guests coming up. So need a woman." Right. I was like, "Man, we had a woman field last year."
We did.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you greedy.
But I'm excited.
Y'all have a good evening. Y'all have
thank you guys.
Couple weeks. We'll be reaching out to y'all. Thank you, DJ Cinto.
Yeah. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Man, definitely honored.
Yeah, we'll have lay audio up soon. We got to do some editing and some fine tuning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Audio will be up momentarily. See ya.